Alright guys, Manchester City have just beaten Manchester United 2-0, and this means that the EFL Cup, League Cup, Carabao Cup, whatever you want to call it, final in April is going to be between Jose Mourinho and Pep Guardiola. And I'm quite up for it. I think Mourinho's Tottenham team have got what it takes to beat Man City. They've already done it this season, haven't they? Um, with the game today, I thought United were a bit flat today. I think it's the best word to describe it. Like they've been on a great run recently over the past few weeks, and today I just didn't think they created enough. Had it in the back of the net early on. John Stones turned it in after it was a bit of a, what's it called? Not a deflection. It's when it deflects twice. It's the word will come to me. Ricochet. That's the word I'm looking for. Ricochet. It went off John Stones and went in, and then moments later, Ilkay Gundogan stuck it in the back of the net for Man City as well, which would have made it 1-1 inside 5 minutes, but both goals were disallowed for offside, and yeah, they were offside. De Bruyne absolutely thunderbolted the post, nearly snapped it in half. He strikes the ball as well as anybody in the league, really. The thing with City now is their defensive record this season's actually been really good, and I put that down to one man, really, Ruben Diaz. Obviously, when he signed, Man City have a history of signing centre backs especially, but defenders for high prices that end up showing low quality and low ability. Eliakim Mangala, Nicolas Otamendi, he had a couple of good seasons, but overall he wasn't great. John Stones, he's looking good at the moment, but I mean, 47 million 4 years ago, not lived up to the price tag completely, has he? And obviously you got Ben Mendy, João Cancelo, who's looking good at the moment, to be fair. Kyle Walker, who's probably just about done enough. But Ruben Diaz, he's got his leadership skills are as good as any defender, as in Sergio Ramos, Virgil van Dijk, even probably John Terry's a bit of an exaggeration, isn't it? But still, you get the point. I don't think his footballing abilities is quite that off Virgil van Dijk, but he certainly a big improvement for Man City, and he's helped them to get through to the League Cup final. So United, whilst they didn't play badly, they weren't great. Bruno Fernandes didn't manage to create anything. And another thing in this game, how many times? Well, there was two, especially there was two for Man United, where they're not even trying to score the opportunity. They're just going for the penalty purely. What? Like Martial, I think he was going past. It was either Cancelo or Ruben Diaz, and their elbows touched a tiny bit, and Martial onto the floor. It's ridiculous. Same with Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling was one-on-one with Luke Shaw. If he took it past him, he had a shot on goal that had a fair good chance of going in. But he just decides to knock the ball past him and run into Luke Shaw. And the referee isn't stupid. Like Martin Atkinson, he's a good ref. He's been around for years now, hasn't he? I don't know how long he's been around, but it feels like over a decade. There was another one as well. I can't remember it was. Uh, I think there might have been one for Bruno. I don't know. Can't remember. Well, that's not great, is it? But um, City. Well, the goals for City. John Stones scored the first one. It was a cross into the box, and it's bounced up really quickly, and John Stones just sort of had to move his body, so it just went off his body and in. It eventually, I think it went off his thigh. And the second goal was a very special strike from Fernandinho. It's a corner, it's gone in. Aaron Wan-Bissaka's headed it away. Well, I say headed it away, he headed it straight into the path of Fernandinho. Dean Henderson in the goal. He's left about a third of the goal free for. I mean, there's only so much the goal he can cover, isn't there? But he's left a third of the goal free for Fernandinho to aim at, and Fernandinho just struck it purely and accurately, and just went into the bottom corner. That yeah, pretty much sums up the game, to be honest. Now, for the League Cup final in April, Pep Guardiola versus Jose Mourinho, Harry Kane versus Sergio Aguero, Heung-min Son versus Raheem Sterling, another player comparison versus another player. I mean, they're not directly up against each other. It's right back versus left winger, not striker v striker. But what do I think is going to happen? I think Tottenham might do it. I genuinely think Tottenham will win 2-0, because although Man City have looked really impressive recently, they are yet to come up against a team that is very defensively solid, that they will struggle to break down, that plays them on the counter-attack, which I think could be a weakness for Man City that hasn't been found out yet. And I think tonight is also, for me, determined who I think is going to win the league this season. And I'm afraid to say it is not this lot that I support. It is in fact Man City who I think are going to win the league. I think Liverpool, their injury problems with Virgil van Dijk and Joe Gomez, they're going to prove to be too much. And Man City, that you could claim that they're missing Aguero, but he's on the bloody bench, so he's going to be back at some point, isn't he? City have also lost David Silva, of course, over the summer, but I don't think that should make too much of a difference with Phil Foden coming in. And Ilkay Gundogan, he's another one that needs to be talked about. He's shown really good form lately, and I've always sort of underestimated him. I've always said, yeah, he's just a squad player for Man City, really, isn't he? But over the past few games, especially the Chelsea game the other night, he was very good in the play for Man City and build up. Even his finishing's quality, to be fair to him. Yeah, that's pretty much all I've got to say today. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.